Good afternoon, honored graduates, speakers, Ithaca College faculty and staff, parents, friends, and family members of our graduates. Welcome to our graduate hooding and commencement ceremony. Let us take a moment to consider this land on which we're gathered, these waters, these resources, this space to which we have various levels of access and connection. We are located on the traditional unceded homelands of the Gayakono people. The Gayakono are members of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, an alliance of 6 indigenous sovereign nations with a historic and contemporary presence on this land. The Confederacy precedes the establishment of Ithaca College, New York State, and the United States of America. We acknowledge the systems of oppression fueling the painful history of Gayakono dispossession and honor the ongoing connection of Gayakono people, past and present, to these lands and waters. Now, please join me in welcoming our 2026 doctoral and master's degree candidates as they process into the arena by school. And now, please welcome our distinguished Ithaca College faculty. And now entering the arena are faculty representatives serving as hooding officiants for their respective degree programs. Laura Gross, Physical Therapy. Frank Ely, Exercise and Sports Science. Jennifer Eaglethaler, Occupational Therapy. David Hajar, Speech Language Pathology. Margaret Shackle, Accounting and Entertainment and Media Management. Ellie Fulmer, Education. Next, Associate Professor and Graduate Council Chair, Jennifer McKeon. Now processing to the stage are our school deans. Dean Christina Moylan, School of Health Sciences and Human Performance. Dean Michael Johnson Kramer, School of Business. Dean Claire Gleitman, School of Humanities and Sciences. Our keynote speaker, Assistant Professor of Exercise Science and Athletic Training, Tim Reynolds. Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Melanie Stein. And now, the 10th President of Ithaca College, Dr. Lejeune Terry Cornish. President Cornish, graduates and guests, Ithaca College's graduate hooding and commencement ceremony is now convened. If you are able, please rise for the singing of the national anthem of the United States of America, sung by the Ithaca College Choir, led by Director of Choral Activities, Dr. Kyle B. Wooten.
Another round of applause. Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer McKeon, and I'm a faculty member in the Department of Exercise Science and Athletic Training, and I currently serve as chair of Graduate Council. We're pleased to welcome you to this ceremony where we recognize and celebrate the scholarly accomplishments of our graduate students. Today, they'll receive their doctoral or master's hoods from a hooding officiant associated with their program, and have their degree conferred by President Lejeune Terry Cornish. On a short personal note, while this is my 4th year giving the opening remarks, this is the first time I have students to hood as our first cohort of athletic training master's students graduate today. Oh, cool, all right. Yes. So of course, I was at a complete loss what I'd say this time. So I'm cheating a little, and no, I didn't use AI. I'm gonna start with a quote from the famous Irish playwright and political activist George Bernard Shaw, and I've condensed it a bit. "This is the true joy in life, being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one, being a force of nature. My life belongs to the whole community, and it's my privilege to do for it what I can. Life is no brief candle to me. It's a sort of splendid torch, which I've got hold of for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it off to future generations." This quote in and of itself is wonderful. It's both inspirational and aspirational. We old people, I mean faculty, strongly consider graduation as that passing of the torch. So graduates, what does it mean for you to carry that metaphoric torch? Throughout your graduate work, you've exhibited purpose in making a commitment to yourself and your studies. As you go forth, you'll discover new aims and goals, excuse me, by finding purpose in your practice, in serving those you teach, heal, and entertain, and in those who put their trust in you to make their world a better place. Those same individuals will look to you for answers, and regardless of your individual discipline, you are all part of a very privileged class, those who've had the opportunity of advanced education. It'll be your duty to lead in your words, in your presence, and by example. Across your academic career, you burn knowledge and skills into your brain and body. You also have the legacy of Ithaca College burned into your soul. That legacy is within you, that commitment to excellence in all that you do. A torch is a tool. It's a stave, the handle, a wick, and a fuel source. While fairly simple in its material makeup, each component serves a vital purpose for its function, but alone, those materials do nothing. Fire is what makes the torch useful, and its flame is ever-changing. Sometimes it burns brightly, sometimes dimly, and other times it dances and flickers, giving off uncertain light. This fire needs to be tended, provided with fuel and with room to breathe. It needs to be protected from elements that seek to extinguish. Untended, that fire can burn out of control, or somewhat worse, go out entirely with a small puff of smoke. You've been passed the torch. Protect its flame. Feed your fire. Light the way and lead others. Burn with purpose and controlled passion. You are now truly carrying the torch of Ithaca College in your commitment to excellence in purpose, leadership, and legacy. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Congratulations, graduates. And I now have the distinct pleasure of introducing Ithaca College's 10th president, Dr. Lejeune Terry Cornish.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Professor McKeon, and good afternoon again. And most importantly, congratulations to today's graduate students. Today is a day of celebration, reflection, and tremendous pride. While we gather here on South Hill, each of you has traveled your own unique path to reach this moment. Graduate education demands perseverance, sacrifice, discipline, and resilience. You balanced research, performances, clinical work, internships, teaching, careers, families, and countless responsibilities along the way. And while this achievement belongs to you, none of you arrived here alone. I want to warmly welcome and thank the families, loved ones, mentors, faculty, and friends who supported our graduates throughout this journey. Your encouragement, patience, wisdom, and belief in them helped make this day possible. Graduates, please join me in recognizing those who stood beside you and helped you reach this milestone. This academic year, our campus theme has been dialogue, a reminder that learning begins not simply by speaking, but by listening. Dialogue challenges us to remain curious, to engage across differences, and to seek understanding even when it is difficult. Graduate education at its best is rooted in dialogue between theory and practice, between disciplines, between teacher and student, and between the world as it is now and the world as it could be. As graduate students, you embraced that challenge. You asked difficult questions. You examined assumptions. You explored ideas deeply and thoughtfully. And in doing so, you strengthened not only your expertise, but also your capacity for empathy, collaboration, and leadership. Today, 187 students will receive graduate degrees from Ithaca College. Among you are future educators, artists, therapists, health professionals, business leaders, communicators, scholars, scientists, and advocates. Some of you will help communities heal. Some will inspire the next generation of learners. Others will innovate, create, and lead in ways we cannot yet imagine. Whatever path lies ahead, the world needs what you have developed here, the ability to think critically, communicate thoughtfully, and engage meaningfully with others. As part of a tradition that began during Ithaca College's centennial year in 1992, each graduate receives a medal inscribed with a quotation selected by the president. This year's quotation comes from writer and civil rights activist James Baldwin. It reads, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." Those words speak powerfully to the importance of dialogue, the importance of courage, and the importance of truth. Real dialogue asks us not to turn away from difficult realities, but to confront them with honesty, humility, and humanity. Progress begins when we are willing to face challenges directly, to listen deeply, and to engage one another with empathy and with respect. As you move forward from Ithaca College, I encourage you to continue seeking perspectives that are different from your own. Ask thoughtful questions. Lead with integrity and with compassion. Speak truthfully, but also listen generously. The strongest leaders are not always those with the loudest voices, but those who create space for others to be heard and valued. And remember this, uncertainty is not something to fear. Many of the most meaningful moments in life begin with uncertainty, with a step taken before the path is fully visible. Your time at Ithaca College has prepared you for that reality. You have developed the knowledge, skills, courage, and resilience necessary to navigate challenges and to embrace the opportunities ahead of you. To whom much is given, much is required. You have been given an extraordinary education, guided by gifted faculty, mentors, and practitioners who challenged you to grow intellectually, professionally, but also personally. Now comes the responsibility to use those gifts in service of something larger than yourselves. As you leave here today, know that you are not simply departing from Ithaca College. You are launching from Ithaca College. Wherever your journey takes you, carry this community with you. Stay connected to one another. Stay connected to your purpose. And know that Ithaca College will always be proud to call you our alumni. We wish you lives filled with meaning, success, curiosity, and joy. From my heart to yours, congratulations on this extraordinary achievement. And now it is my distinct honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Professor Tim Reynolds. Professor Reynolds is a respected teacher, mentor, scholar, and member of the Ithaca College community, whose work and leadership have inspired countless students and colleagues alike. Through his commitment to intellectual inquiry, meaningful dialogue, and student success, he embodies the very values we celebrate today. Please join me in welcoming Professor Tim Reynolds. Tim.
Thank you, President Cornish. Good afternoon, Ithaca College, and welcome to all the families, friends, loved ones, faculty, staff, administrators, and most importantly, to you, class of 2026. I'm incredibly honored to be this year's commencement speaker, or as I tell my students, super stoked. Before you get a chance to walk across the stage, I have one last lecture that I'd like to give. And don't worry, it's not on the brachial plexus. If you've taken one of my classes before, you know that I like to fill them with anatomy dad jokes. So here we go. What did one platelet say to another on their graduation day? Coagulations. It's funny because platelets play an important role in the blood clotting process, also known as coagulation, which sounds a lot like congratulations. Sorry. But in all seriousness, the lesson for today is on time, uncertainty, and trust. Time, uncertainty, and trust. The number 4,382 may not mean much to you, but that's how many days have passed since I walked across the stage to receive my doctoral degree from IC. 4,382. But for today's graduates, the number I want you to reflect on is somewhere between 1,727 and 2,076. Because that's how long it has been since your first day of college. Nearly 2,000 days ago. Take a moment and think back to the friends you made that first year, the classes that you took, the first student organization that you were part of, that time you went to Applefest, watched a Cortica game, go Bombers, walked around a farmer's market, saw a concert on campus, or dreamt about what it would be like to graduate from college. It's incredible to think how much time has passed, because for some of you, it probably feels like it was just yesterday. That being said, there will be times in life that you wish the days would go by faster, but I challenge you to try and live in the moment. Not all of those nearly 2,000 days were perfect, but I promise you that you will reflect back and realize they are some of the best days of your life. And when I think back to 4,382 days ago, there are so many questions as to what my future had in store. I was either going to move back to the Hudson Valley and become a director of a physical therapy clinic, or I was going to move back to Ithaca and begin an orthopedic residency. Both options would have been an incredible opportunity, and I'm forever grateful that I chose the latter. Roughly 2,000 days ago, you may have had questions like, will I make the team? Will I be able to perform on stage? Is studying the morning of an exam actually enough time? Or maybe, will I make friends? It's amazing how uncertain life can be at times. But believe me, it's all just part of the process. Because if you asked me on my graduation day where I'd be now, and told me that I would have sold a company, completed a residency and fellowship, written a book, started teaching at my alma mater, climbed mountains, became a TikTok influencer, fell in love, or be standing here today, I wouldn't believe it. And so if we flash back to your first day of classes, I guarantee you that you would not be able to script the journey that life has taken you on thus far. And I'm sure there was some uncertainty as to whether you'd be sitting here today. And even with that uncertainty, you had something more powerful. You had trust. Trust in your family and friends. Trust in the amazing faculty, staff, and administrators here at IC. You trusted that we would help guide you to this very day. But more importantly, you had trust in yourself. You had trust in the process. And so, class of 2026, your time begins now. Today, we start a new clock, one that may be filled with uncertainty, but also with incredible opportunity. And while we may not know what the future holds, trust in the process, and more importantly, trust in yourself. We are so proud of each and every one of you, and don't forget that it is and will always be a great day to be a bomber. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Reynolds, for those thoughtful and inspiring remarks. Your words remind us of the power of education, not only to inform, but to transform, to challenge us to think more deeply, engage more meaningfully, and lead with both courage and compassion. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with our graduates and their families on this very special occasion. Can we give him another round of applause, please? And now it is my pleasure to introduce our Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Melanie Stein. As Ithaca's Chief Academic Officer, Provost and Executive Vice President Stein has been a steadfast advocate for academic excellence, student success, and faculty achievement. Her leadership, vision, and commitment to intellectual life, the intellectual life of this institution, continues to strengthen and guide our academic community in meaningful ways. Please join me in welcoming Provost Melanie Stein.
Thank you, Lejeune. Good afternoon. I'm Melanie Stein, Provost and Executive Vice President of Academic Affairs, and today I have the distinct pleasure of officiating this recognition of the academic accomplishments of our graduate students. Graduate students, you all celebrated the conclusion of your undergraduate study, and for many of you, that surely seems like yesterday. But whenever that was for each of you then decided that you were going to pursue further education in your chosen discipline, and you have done so with admirable focus and determination. In my own case, as much as I loved exploring as an undergraduate, I found the focus of graduate study extraordinarily fulfilling, and everything I learned in my graduate studies prepared me directly for the next steps in my professional journey. I hope that you too have found satisfaction and fulfillment as well during your graduate studies at Ithaca College and are excited to take that next step. I look forward to seeing where you go in the world and the impact that you will have on your professions and in your communities. You will make a difference. So I would now like to ask that our graduate faculty who have joined us in this ceremony today to please rise if you are able. Come on. Graduate study requires that students develop a close relationship with their faculty, delving alongside them deeper into their discipline or area of interest. I'm sure that many students here today would share that the faculty have been the key to their graduate study experience at Ithaca College. Graduate candidates, degree candidates, let's all take a minute with a round of applause to thank your faculty for readying you to take the next step forward in your professional goals. Okay, faculty, you can sit down. Now, we will proceed the process of hooding our doctoral candidates, to be immediately followed by our master's candidates. Here's how it's going to go. I will introduce the respective academic dean first, who will invite the hooding officiant for each program to step forward. The dean will then welcome candidates onto the stage. The name of each candidate will be announced as they cross the stage, and they'll stop to be congratulated by their respective dean, hooded by their respective hooding officiant, and for a photo, and then finally receive their diploma from me and be congratulated by President Cornish. Each candidate will then stop for a second professional photo off stage at the end of the ramp. First to the stage today will be the doctoral candidates from the School of Health Sciences and Human Performance. Presenting the students for hooding and degree conferral will be Christina Moylan, Dean of the School of Health Sciences and Human Performance.
Good afternoon. I'm Christina Moylan, Dean of the School of Health Sciences and Human Performance. I'm now pleased to present the doctoral candidates from the Department of Physical Therapy, and I'd like to ask the hooding officiant for the program, Dr. Laura Gross, to step forward. President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree, Doctor of Physical Therapy. Now we'll begin to welcome our candidates to the stage to be hooded and then receive your diploma cover as your name's called.
Michael R. Pusateri. Justin C. Wade. Caitlin Weiss. Julianne Rose Vadney. Claire Sunderland.
Mia Connors. David R. Barclay. Dennis Berg. James W. Collishaw. Christopher Beyer. Jorgen Eric Luthhauser.
Casey Nicole Primiano. Grace Leslie Wiggin.
Noah Jelinek. Tristan Burns. Chris Licata. Noah Kindler. Mark W. Coakley.
Matthew William Schofield. Joshua M. Wan.
Pearl May Yu Rong Hete. Patrick Gaianello.
Allison T. Stefanski. Madison Virginia Moss.
Eric B. Dubelirer. Emily C. Johnson. Katerina G. Grogan. Emma Hummel. Kaylee Elizabeth Driscoll. Megan Elizabeth Brody. Grayson L. Fontaine. Madeline A. Berg.
Delaney Katie Reardon. Ainsley Rogers.
Kathleen C. Daw. Kaylin G. Haggerty.
Sarah E. Swinnerton.
Madison Hope Kramer.
Emma Rose Woolsey. Margaret McGuire.
Chloe E. Croft.
Matthew Celio.
Isabel de Oliveira.
Amelia A. Rowland.
Abigail S. Huffert. Sky L. Crabiel. Lindsay Nicole Moore. McKenna Kronberger.
Margaret Mandel.
Alexis Christine Kellish.
Joshua D. Mallow. Connor Ari Pojoli.
Thank you, Dr. Gross. I'm now pleased to present the master's candidates from the School of Health Sciences and Human Performance. We'll begin with our Master of Science and Athletic Training candidates. I'd like to ask the program's hooding officiant, Dr. Jennifer McKeon, to step forward. President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree, Master of Science in Athletic Training. Go ahead. We'll now welcome our candidates to the stage to be hooded and receive your diploma cover.
Derek Balden.
Paige M. Tombarelli. Emily J. Wolfanger.
Cynthia G. Ehrenfeld.
Grace L. Wang.
Alex Arlier. Angela D. Burke. Nathan Gelman. Sophia E. Goldstein. Timothy C. Cheeseborough.
Thank you, Dr. McKeon. Next, we'll recognize our Master of Science and Exercise and Sports Sciences candidates. I'd like to ask the program's hooding officiant, Dr. Frank Ely, to step forward. President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree, Master of Science in Exercise and Sports Sciences. Forward. I'll welcome our candidates to the stage and to be hooded and receive your diploma cover.
Asante Elizabeth Muhammad.
J.C. Lopez. Isabella Marie Black.
Matthew Peter Stasiuk.
Kenneth Michael Fraser.
Jonathan Archer Wendt. Laura Mitchell. Andrew Daniel McDermott. Paul M. Rockensteyer III.
Haley C. Armstrong. Aiden Davis. Wesley Hoglin.
Sarah Truder. Emma Waite.
Einav Aaron Steinberg.
Aicheli Dos Santos Miranda.
Thank you, Dr. Ely. Okay, next we'll recognize our Master of Science and Occupational Therapy candidates. I'd like to ask the program's hooding officiant, Dr. Jennifer Igel-Thaler, to step forward. President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Now let's welcome our candidates to the stage to be hooded and then receive their diploma cover as their name is called.
Maisie Rosenthal. Janelle Sarah Slesser. Natalie E. MacArthur.
Abby Hall. Annika Friedman. Jillian R. Freeman.
Charlie Slusser.
McDonough Marilyn Siobhan Eaton. Tallulah M. Birch. Catherine Frida Chug. Lindsay Cole.
Lauren E. Rodriguez. Madison E. McKeon.
McKenna Degnan. Isabella Ferranti.
Abby Santiago Reagan.
Ilana Daniela Chernoff. Giselle M. Lopez. Morgan Trinity Thompson Agrillo. Alyssa Lee Hadcock.
Ella Sofia Salce.
Lillian Braddon.
Allison J. Stanton.
Emma Rose Garver. Ashley Nicole Darrow. Tara Jaminsky.
Lily Zimmerman.
Lily Michelle Babcock.
Margaret Ruffino.
Megan Elizabeth Gillooly.
Mary Elizabeth Ryan.
Annika Kate Hildebrandt. Maya J. Iskowitz.
Thank you, Dr. Egelthaler. Next, we will recognize our Master of Science in Speech-Language Pathology and Master of Science in Speech-Language Pathology with Teacher Certification candidates. I'd like to ask that the program's hoodie officiant, Dr. David Hajar, step forward. President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree Master of Science in Speech-Language Pathology or Speech-Language Pathology with Teaching Certification. And now let's welcome our candidates to the stage to be hooded, receive their diploma as their name is called.
Leah Rose Levin. Cameron May Kapalik.
Annalise J. Weingard.
Molly Maureen Hankinson. Olivia M. Costa. Allison Louise Headley. Thomas J. Birch.
Corey Maloney.
Mac Becker.
Claire Marie Parmenter. Danielle Eleni White.
Caitlin M. Jager. Ikra Anwar.
Nikki Mershon.
Natalie Libby.
Isabella Sivoreges.
Saman Borkaye Razavi.
Thank you, Dr. Hajar. Family and friends, please join me in congratulating all our School of Health Sciences and Human Performance doctoral and master's degree candidates.
Thank you, Dean Moylan, and congratulations to our School of Health Sciences and Human Performance candidates. I would now like to invite Dean Michael Johnson Kramer, Dean of the School of Business, to the podium.
Good afternoon. I am Michael Johnson Kramer, Dean of the School of Business. We will begin with the recognition of our Master of Science in Accounting candidates. I would like to ask that the program director and hooding officiant, Dr. Margaret Shackle, step forward, please. President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree Master of Science in Accounting. I welcome our candidates to the stage to be hooded and receive your diploma cover as your name is called.
Connor S. Tierney.
Jack G. Longo.
Connor Peterson.
Hannah Ahmed.
Elijah West. Paige Alexandra Turcotte. Gavin G. Schauder.
Zach Basso.
Jake Dylan Menny.
Maggie Galowski.
Christina Nicole Ray.
Next, we will recognize our Master of Business Administration in Entertainment and Media Management candidates. Program Director, Dr. Margaret Shackle, is again the hooding officiant. President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree Master of Business Administration in Entertainment and Media Management. I welcome our candidates to the stage to be hooded and receive your diploma cover as your name is called.
Brendan Liam Holmes.
Tyrell Penelba. Pearson Tobia.
Mia Jumbo. Diego Arizmendi Alanis.
Layla Rose Marchillo Gomez. Sierra E. May. Joey Stagliano. Lincoln R. Truesdale. Matt Malaspina.
Cristina Herman.
Connor J. Smith. Ben Reimer.
Thank you, Dr. Shackle. Family and friends, please join me in congratulating all of our School of Business master's degree candidates.
Thank you, Dean Johnson Kramer, and congratulations to our School of Business Master's candidates. I would now like to invite the Dean of the School of Humanities and Sciences, Claire Gleitman, to join me at the podium.
Good afternoon. I'm Claire Gleitman, Dean of the School of Humanities and Sciences. We will be recognizing candidates from two programs, our Master of Arts in Teaching and our Master of Science in Childhood Education. I would like to ask the program hooding officiant, Dr. Ellie Fulmer, to step forward. President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree Master of Arts in Teaching and Master of Science in Childhood Education. I welcome our candidates to the stage to be hooded and to receive your diploma cover as your name is called.
Thomas McGee.
Olivia M. Hutchings.
Isabella Christina McCollister.
Madeline M. Donahy Robinson. Amanda Carolyn Lucas. Megan R. Chevallard.
Rachel Prophet.
Sabrina Rose Cohn.
Richard Isa Martin.
Thank you, Dr. Fulmer. Family and friends, please join me in congratulating all our School of Humanities and Sciences master's degree candidates.
Thank you, Dean Gleitman, and congratulations to our School of Humanities and Sciences master's candidates. Let's provide one more loud round of applause for all of our doctoral and master's students. Thank you. I'm pleased to invite President Cornish back to the podium.
Please stand if you are able and enjoy the alma mater as sung by the Ithaca College Choir. Class of 2026, I am so pleased to celebrate your academic accomplishments today. The audience may be seated. We are honored that you chose Ithaca College as the place to pursue your advanced schooling and further enrich your lives in this important way. We are highly confident in your skills. We have no doubt that you will use those skills to make meaningful contributions to your respective disciplines and positively impact society. While you will physically leave South Hill, we hope that this community will never be far from your hearts. Okay, is everybody ready? Will the 2026 candidates for all doctoral and master's graduate degrees please rise? By the authority vested in me by the Ithaca College Board of Trustees and the New York State Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon each of you the graduate degree for which you have been recommended by the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto. This concludes our ceremony. Congratulations.
Our formal program. Graduates, please remain in your seats until the platform party leaves the stage and the ushers release your row to exit the A&E Center. Please join us on the Shelley Concourse for refreshments and a time to meet with your dean and faculty. Thank you for being part of our Ithaca College graduate hooding and commencement celebration.